So we're recording now. So it says here, so again, this document is in Teams for you. I don't know if you've already spotted it, but let's go through it. So I've got, again, a rate shows the relationship between two different units. So Jai got this one last time, so someone else this time. What were the two different units or measures that we were comparing when we were working out speed? Anyone? Quiet. Are you there? Yeah. What? Yeah. So what were the two things? So I've got here a rate shows the relationship between two different units. I could say measures. So when we were working on speed, what were the two different measurements or units that we were comparing with each other? So how do we work out speed? What were the two things that we had to use? Say it again. Uh, no, that's two different ways of, or it's two different sets of units, but they could be for the same measurement to do with length or weight or something. Say it again. Well, miles was one of the units, yeah, that we were using. Miles is a unit of what measurement, Luke? Good. So miles is a unit of distance, a measurement of distance. What was the other thing that we were measuring then when we were doing speed? So we had distance and then we had time. Good. So speed is a rate because we're looking at distance and time together. All right. And I've written here again, those two units will always remain in the same proportion. So that's how we can use ratio. So if I do 10 kilometers in 1 hour, how far will I go in 2 hours? So if I do 10 kilometers in 1 hour, how far would I go in 2 hours? Put it in chat if you like. I'm putting it in chat. So if I go 10 kilometers in 1 hour, how far would I go in 2 hours? You'd go 20 kilometers. Yeah, good. All right. So we can work it like that. So what about if I do 10 kilometers in 1 hour? How long would it take me to do 70 kilometers? 7 hours. Good. All right. Everyone happy with that? Yeah. Okay. So what we're moving on to is we're talking about an exchange rate. And an exchange rate links two different currencies so that you know how much of one currency you get in exchange for another. Why might people want to do that, guys? Yeah. Why do you need to change money if you're going on vacation? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's it. So you need money everywhere to buy things, but you need their currency wherever you go. Um, so we use Bermudian dollar. Does Bermuda allow any other currencies to be used in Bermuda? Yeah, we can use US dollars, can't we? Um, Is there anywhere else you can go and use Bermudian dollars? Do you know? I think the silence is no, you don't know. And no, I don't think you can, guys. I think Bermudian dollars, we can only really use those in Bermuda. All right, so we're always going to have to change our money. So what we want to be able to do is we want to look at, well, if I get my money given to me in Bermudian dollars for doing my work, because I work in Bermuda, and you get money given to you by your parents at the moment, hopefully by doing your chores, and they pay you to do that. But if I want to then go back to visit my parents in the United Kingdom, I have to change it to British pounds. So what we can do is I can work out how many pounds I would get for my Bermudian dollars, and I would use an exchange rate. All right, so I've copied this from a website. Now, I also gave you a link to that on Teams, so you can look at the same thing. Now, what I've got then is on that screen is the exchange rate. Could you read, anyone read that and interpret it for me? What does it mean? Anyone know? No idea whatsoever? No? Okay. All right. So what this means is, guys, the amount here, a 1, this is the currency that I say I have. So I've got 1 Bermudian dollar, and I want to exchange that for Great British pounds. So, you know, we don't use the symbol, so British pound symbol would look something like that. Okay. We just do it in letters because it's easier. But what this is doing is telling me that, you can see it under here as well, that 1 Bermudian dollar would get me 0.812047 Great British pounds. All right.
Is that at least 1 full British pound?
What would you think? Spot on. Well done. Good. All right. Yeah, it's less than a pound. So 1 Bermudian dollar would get me less than £1. Okay. All right. So how do we use that? So I'm going to write that as a ratio, because that's what we've been using. And I'm going to write it like this. So Bermudian dollars and Great British pounds, I can write as a ratio. And I've got what we've been using, my unit ratio. So I've got 1 Bermudian dollar. All right. Now I don't want to write all these numbers out, so I'm going to round it to 2 decimal places. So I'm going to round it to 0.81. Okay, because I look at the 81 and then I look at the 2, and is that enough to give me another 1 here? Yes or no? Does the 2 give me enough to round this 1 up to a 2 or not? Anyone know the rule? What does it need to be? If I could, 5 or a higher. Good. Now, if I only want 2 decimal places, I can look at that. I don't need to consider these at all. I'm just going to ignore those. They're not large enough in value to worry about if I'm going to go here. Now, any ideas, guys, why I've rounded? Why did I choose to round my number to 2 decimal places? Any ideas? No?
Maybe because that's only what they're going to give you.
Yeah, that's it. Because when we have money, how many decimal places do we normally work to? 2. So I'm going to do that at the moment. So I'm going to round my number to start with. So do you all recognise that as a ratio that we've been working on? So this is my unit ratio because I've got my $1 Bermudian dollar. Now, guys, you've got all these skills now. So if I said to you, I want to change my Bermudian dollars into pounds, let's say, right, I've got 125 Bermudian dollars. How many British pounds would I get for that? How do we do it? You've got calculators, right?
British pounds.
And how did you work that out? Oh, wow, that would be slightly different. I'll tell you about that why in a sec. Can you use the numbers on my screen just to confirm? How do we use our ratios? Talia, do you know how you would use the ratio to do it? No? Marley, what about you? Do you know? No? Milo? Sorry? You don't know. It's not about rounding up, Nick. I just want to know what actual maths I would do. Instead of what you've done is you've gone on to the converter online, which is fine, but I want to actually practice our ratio. It's exactly what we were doing when we were working on speed, guys. So when we used our ratios for speed, so we had a unit ratio and we had to use our ratios to get to another equivalent ratio. Alistair's normally good at these. Alistair, what do you think we would do? So how do I work out how many Great British pounds I would get for 125 Bermudian dollars? Good. I knew you'd get it. Got that, guys? So how do we get from one Bermudian dollar to 125 Bermudian dollars? We multiply by 125. So we have to do the same on the other side, yeah? So what do we get? Actual numbers then, guys, if I do 0.81 multiplied by 125. So we get 101.25. Now, Nick, that's exactly what we've got before. That's what you said, but we've got the maths now. All right. So what would we do then, guys? So let's just check someone else. Maybe Niall can tell me. What if I've got 305 Bermudian dollars? How many British pounds would I have? What do I do? And how did you do it? Go on. Yeah, so we go back to the beginning and we multiply by 305 and we do the same on this side as well and we multiply by 305. What answer did you say we get now? 200 and... Can we confirm, guys?
I got 247.05.
I got 247. Yeah. 247.05. All right, guys. All right. What I'm going to ask then, everyone in chat, you can put it to me privately so you don't see. I want everyone to answer. What if I have 86 Bermudian dollars and I change to British pounds? How many British pounds will I have? So you can put it in your chat to me. You can have everyone answer. You can put it to me privately so no one can see. Quick question, guys. Actually, if I put chat on the screen now, can you see it? No. Good. Okay. I was wondering because I'm sharing screen. Right, so I'm waiting for all of you to put in, if I've got 86 Bermudian dollars, how many British pounds would that be? Cool. Alistair, just check yours, just quickly. Don't round it, Nick, if you have. You're still using the converter as well, I think, Nick. Same as Alistair. Got waiting for a couple more. Marley? Sam? Sam's done his. All right, see you. Luke, you know the answer? Yeah, Luke got his. Okay. All right. So just one person, I think. So who would like to tell me, guys, what do we do to get to 86 Bermudian dollars?
Time 0.81.
Why? You're right, but why? How many lots of 1 do I need to have 86? Really simple question. It's not as tricky as it sounds. Hey, 86, yeah? If I've got $1 and I want $86, I've got to multiply by 86. Okay. By the way, Marley, don't send me emails about the other thing. Concentrate on this one at the moment. So if I've got 86 lots of 1, and for every 1 I've got 0.81 pounds, then I need also, why is my computer not drawing? I also need 86 lots of the 0.81. And when we do that, what did we get again, guys? We got 69.66 Great British pounds. Okay. Now, Alistair and Nick, did you, by any chance, put it into the converter? First off, yeah. And you got a different answer. Can you see why?
Because the rates have changed.
Yes. All right. So the exchange rates, guys, will change constantly. All right. So you won't get exactly the same rate all the time. They change because of businesses and all that kind of stuff. So that's why I asked them to redo it with the number I've got, because with these exchange rates, if you click on that link that I've got, you won't get the same numbers that I have. I gave it you so you maybe use it in the future. All right. Is there any questions? Most of you seem okay. Marley, you weren't okay with that. Does that make more sense now or not so much? Are you there?
A little bit.
Yeah, you know. Okay, right. Well, maybe you can have another look through. Right. Next question, guys. So, well, there should be something there, and there's not. Okay. So I put here, how can we confirm the Great British Pound to Bermuda dollar rate that is in the picture above? So what I put that for is because up here as well, you will notice that we've got the one Bermudian dollar is 0.81 pounds, but I can also change my pounds back to Bermudian dollars if I want to come back to Bermuda and I didn't spend everything. So there is another rate there, right? And that rate is here, right? You see that? So I'm going to paste that down here. Ooh. All right, sorry for it being a bit fuzzy. So we've got a different rate now, but it's using the same currencies. All right, so what I want to look at, guys, is if we've got Bermudian dollar to Great British pounds, and we've got a rate of, what was it, 0.81. Do you remember the rest of the decimals, guys? No? So 0.2047. Can you remember that? So what was it? 0.2047. Okay. So this question is all about, if I know that one Bermudian dollar is this many pounds, but I've got it this way around. So now I've got £1, but it's 1.23146 Bermudian dollars. So I've got it the other way round now. I've got my unit rate so that my unit is pounds, and I would do that if I have pounds. Now, quick question, guys. Can we confirm that that is correct? And how would we do that? So we've still got our ratios, guys. We're still doing the same things. There's nothing really new here. Can we confirm that these numbers are correct? How would we do it? Anyone? You're very quiet this morning. No one got any clues? Sam, you're quiet. I never hear from you. What do you think? Any ideas? Yeah? Well, it should be exactly the same as we did before, guys. No? Can we confirm that it's right by Well, don't we just go, well, if I've got $1 Bermudian and I've got 1.23, what can I multiply by? Yeah, let's multiply by 1.23146 this time. Now, let's have a look, guys. What happens if I multiply this side by 1.23146? What do I get? Do I get 1? Yeah. So what do you get? So 1 point, how many zeros? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then okay. Jai, any ideas why you think we don't get exactly 1?
The number isn't rounded and it's a decimal point.
Yeah, we've got lots of decimal points, and even those have been rounded a little bit. Okay, so this will have been rounded a little bit. Does that make sense to everyone, guys? The fact that we've got 1.00, we're close enough to 1 that we can kind of forget about all of that and just say it is equal to 1. Yeah, if we rounded it to 2 decimal places, it would be 1.00. So we've got pretty close to 1. Can you see how that's exactly the same as what we were doing before, guys? Yeah. Right. Well, what we'll have to do next time is say, right, what if I'm not given the other way like it did in the converter? Would I be able to work it out for myself? And that's what we want to be able to do next time. Okay. But what I'm going to do is for your work time tomorrow, okay, I'm going to set you some questions that ask you to convert one currency to another using the rates that I'm going to give you. All right. So you won't be able to use the converter link because it'll be different links, the different amounts than what I'm going to have on the worksheet. But I'm going to give you those for the work period tomorrow. So you're going to do what we've just talked about in this lesson tomorrow in tomorrow's work. Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay. All right. So again, I'll save the video. I'll put the video up, and if you need to ask for any help, just let me know, and we can go through it a bit more. All right. And I'm still waiting for whatever you could do on that other worksheet, guys. All right. So, any questions on anything? Good. All right. Well, we'll call that it for today. All right. So if you really struggled and you're just a bit shy and don't want to save, send me a message and we can sort it out so we can go through it. Don't ignore it. And same with that other thing. I would like to start doing it. You are going to get an assessment on this rate stuff in the next couple of weeks. So I want you to be good at it. So if you're ignoring it, hoping that it's going to go away, it's not. You're going to get an assessment in a couple of weeks' time, probably. All right. So let me know if you need to go through anything. All right. Well, if you're all good,